Our session today, we will be dealing with the laws of sines and cosines. And this one will be used if ever your triangle is not anymore a right triangle. It is now an oblique triangle. A triangle that has no right angle on it is what you call an oblique triangle. Now, let's start off with the law of sines. By the way, kining duha, naani siya'y specific nga how do you call this, cases. Kanus siya gamiton ang laws of sine o kanus gamiton ang laws of cosine. Kay dili man ni siya nga, ay, kini akong gamiton ang law of cosine. Kay applicable ni all the time. It's not. Naanay mga depende sa situation or given nga problem. Now, let's have the laws of cosines first. The law of cosine is this. For any triangle, it may be right, acute, or obtuse. Again, acute or obtuse. You can still use the law of sines if the triangle is right. It's still possible. You may use the following formulas. So we have here A over sine A is equal to B over sine B is equal to C over sine C. So take note, kiniha, ang side nga A, opposite niya angle A. Let me illustrate that para mas maklaro na nato. So take note. Let's have the other one first. Let me present the other one first. Okay. So take note. If you're having this triangle, if I have this triangle over here, this is A, this is B, and this is C. Opposite ni angle A is small letter A. Opposite ni capital letter B, that's angle B, small letter B. Opposite ni angle C is small letter C. Timana na nato nga A over sine A is equal to B over sine B, C over sine C. If we are looking for the side, mao ni atong gamiton. But if you're looking for the angle, atong balihon. Mag-una ta ni sine A over A, or probably sine B over B, or probably sine C over C. Sir, kini jung tulo gamiton, sir, dili. Either kini o kini i-partner, or pwede kini i-partner, depende na sa given. Okay? So, any na imong i-equate. Now, let's have our first example. Now, by the way, you will be using the law of sines when you are given an AAS. Meaning, if this is your triangle, you're given an angle, and a side. Mo ni siya AAS. If you're given ASA, this will be our triangle. This is an angle, a side, and another angle. That's ASA. The third one is SSA. We have a side, and an angle. So take note, these are the three situations kung kanus gamiton ang sine law. It's either AAS, ASA, or SAA. Akong ilhanan aning sine law is so simple. Kung naagud ko'y given nga angle ug opposite side, angle ug opposite side, always na siya sine law. Again, an angle and an opposite side, gamito na ko always is the sine law. So let's have for our first example. You're given a triangle ABC, with an angle of angle A is 70, you have it here. Angle B is 80, you have it there. Then angle or side A is 12. So let's find the measures of angle C, this angle over here, that's unknown. And we need to find this side and this side as well. Now, it's so simple nga unahon nako og solve si angle C. If I will be solving for angle C, how are you going to solve angle C? Pilagay sum sa tanang angle sa triangle. Class, pilay sum sa tanang angle sa triangle. 180. So, I'm gonna be starting off with 180. Minusa na nako sa sum sa given two angles, meaning 80 plus 70. I-add sa na nako si 80 ug si 70. We will get how much? 150. So, pila di ay si angle C? Class, what is angle C? 30 degrees. So, meaning, sir, ing ani di ay nang buhato na mo, sir. Basta gani, given two angles, solve the third angle first. It's easier. Again, solve the third angle first because it's easier. Now, let us solve for, let's start with B. If I will be solving for B, now, tanawan ninyo class, unsay gamito nako para ma-solve si B? Of course, si B akong ibabaw. B over what? B over sine B. Because I'm looking for B. If I'm looking for C, then it's C over sine C. Now, the problem is, sir, pilay akong i-equal ana niya, sir. Now, look at the figure. Unsa din ha ang given na gaatbang ang angle og side? Is it A, B, or C? Na ay gaparis gaatbang angle and side. Unsa man na siya, class? Tanawan ninyo ang figure, gaatbang ang angle nga 70 ug ang side nga 12. Di ba gaatbang na sila, class? So, I will make use of that all the time. So, balik ha. Pangitaon nako ang gaatbang. Si 70 ug si 12 gaatbang niya. Sir, si A man na ug si angle A. Therefore, ang akong gamiton nga ratio ana is simply, let's change the color first. We have A over sine A. So, substituting everything, ang B, sir, ang gipangita, sir. All over. What is the measure of angle B? Look at the problem. Pilay measure ni angle B. 80. Sine 80 is equal to pila ang length ni A? 12. All over. Pilay measure sa angle A? 70. So, kini siya, class. So, simple na kayo ni. Kining sine 80, ako ra nang ibalhin diri. So, meaning, ang BDI na ako, sir, is equal to 12. I-times na ako ni sine 80. Igahuman, sir, i-divide na ako ni sine 70. Kindly make use of your calculator, please. Pila ni siyang 12. 12. I-multiply na to 12. I-times na to ni sine 80. Nya i-divide ni sine 70. How much is the answer in your calculator? Round off to 2 decimal places. Okay, 12.58. O, mao ni siya, ang butang unit nga cm, o ni ang answer nato ni B. So, take note, naanatay C, naanatay B, okay na si C, okay na si B. Anhita sa C nga side C sunod. Okay. Now, this time, C man atong gipangita, o gamiton ako C over sine C is equal to, so, take note, unsa gito'y given nga gaatbang nga side ug angle? Is it A, B, or C? It's A. So meaning I'll be writing A sine A. I'll be using katong given all the time nga gaatbang ang duha given. So substituting everything, C over sine C. What is C equal to? Ang angle, sir, na-solve na to ganiha, sir, 30 degrees. So you write 30 here is equal to A is 12 all over sine A, which is 70. So therefore, ang CDI nato is 12. Ang kining sine 30, ibalhin lang na dire. So 12 times sine 30 all over sine 70. Kindly calculate this, please. Pila man ni siya, class? How much? 6.39. That's totally right. C is equal to 6.39 centimeters. O, mo na values na to sa ato ang first problem. Any questions about our first problem? Nakasabot ra? Let's have another problem. Okay, we have here, you're given a triangle ABC with angle C, 115, angle B, that's 30, side A, that's 30. So we have the illustration over here. Okay, we have the illustration over here. Now this time, unsay unahan akong solve? Si angle A. So I will be solving angle A first. Angle A first. So to solve angle A, unsay buhaton nako para ma-solve si angle A? That's 180 minus the sum of the two given angles, right? So that's 115 plus 30. That's 180 minus 145. Now, what is 180 minus 145? 35. So, maundi ang angle na to. Let's atong i-label si 35 sa ato ang given. Let's put 35 over here. Now, let's go back to our problem. Kung sige solve na to, manatag solve ni angle A. Sunod si side B. So, if I'll be solving for side B, so meaning I'll be using the ratio B over sine B. What is this equal to? Unsay gamito na ako ani class? Is it A over sine A or is it C over sine C? A over sine A. I agree with that. A over sine A. Kaya nga naman, kung gamito na ko si C over sine C, duhan atong unknown, we cannot solve the problem. Okay? So, we have here B over sine B. B is, how much is B? That's 30 degrees, right? Okay, for a while, class, ha? For a while. Okay, that's B over sine 30 is equal to A. What is the value of A? 30, side A, o angle sine 35. So, meaning, si BDI kay equal ni kining sine 30, ibalhin ako sa babaw. That's 30 sine 30 all over sine 35. Kindly use your calculator, please. How much do you get? Do you have the same answer? 26.15? Yes, centimeters. So, mo na itong B. Let's now solve for C. So, C man ang gipangita na ako. I'll be using C over sine C, which is equal to, again, A over sine A, ang katong given nga naay partner, sine A. So we have here C, that is a known. Angle C, that's sine 115, is equal to A, that's 30 over sine A, that's sine 35. Nya kining sine 115 ibalihin na ako din ha. So you have C is equal to 30 sine 115 all over sine 35. Use your calculator, please. How much? 47 47.40. Do you have the same answer? 47.40? Okay. O mo ni answer nato sa problem number 2. Let's have problem number 3. Okay, there you go. So you have now two given sides and a given angle. So illustrating this, mo ni drawing. So ganiha duha ka angles ug usa ka side ang given. This time, usa ka angle ug duha ka sides ang given. And just like what I said a while ago, basta gani given ng gaatbang na nga given, o automatically ang gamito na ko na sine law. Okay? Now, sir, asa may unahon na ko na, sir? O i-label sa nato, di ba mauni si small letter C, mauni si small letter A, mauni si small letter B. So, kabalo na ta nga, ang atbang ni B, small letter B, angle C, small letter C, angle A, small letter A. Okay? Now, let us solve the angle first. Angle A atong unahon. So, meaning, mag-sine A ko all over A. Kay angle A man atong gipangita. So, sine A over A, which is equal to unsa man nga angle ug side ang gamito nako ana, is it A, B, or C? B. Are you sure it's B? Unsa may gaat ba nga given? Wait. Nasayop ni ha. Find the measures. Dili ni siya angle A. This is angle This is angle C. Sorry for that. Nasayop si Sir Tigle pag-encode sa problem. Therefore, ato i-change ni dili din ni siya sine A. This is sine C. Sorry for that. So, sine C over C. Again, sine C over C. Which is equal to katong giingin yung classmate, si A. So, sine A over A. Sir, nganong kini imong gigamit? Kay mao man ni given nga gaatbang si 120 ug si 15. Okay? So, let's substitute the given now. So, we have sine C over, sir, di man na ma-solve si C, sir. Kay wala pa man kay C. Okay, ato na skip si C. Anhita sa usa. Si sine B over B. So, kung dili ni siya ma-solve class, you'll use the other one basin magamit nato si B later on. Okay? So, using this one, this is equal to, we have sine A over A. So, again, dili ni siya ma-solve. Kaya nga naman, si C angle o si C nga side, puros unknown. So, I cannot use this one. So, let's go to sine B. So, sine B over B. We have sine B over B, which is 6. That is equal to sine 120 degrees all over 15. O kanang 6, ibalhin lang na nato dirha. That is now sine B is equal to 6 sine 120 divided by 15. O pila ng sine 6 sine 120 all over 15 in 6 decimal places? Please give me an answer nga 6 decimal places. Again, how much? Ay saha, kadiyat. I'm having problems sa kadiyat. Pila to answer ninyo? 0.346410. I have the same answer as that. Okay? Diba ang buhaton nato ani class is simply para ma-solve si B, let me erase the equal sign first. And let's go back to our pen. Diba para ma-solve si B is simply we will press sign -1. Right? Oh, you do that. You have their shift. Then dapat si sign -1 mo gawas. And then 0.346410. What is your answer in 2 decimal places? 20 point, how much? Round off. 20.26 or 27? Okay, there you go. It should be 20.27. There you go. 27. So, mo niya itong angle B. So, ang angle B di ay, sir, is 20.27. Now, since naanatay 2 angles din ha, class, naanatay 120 o 20.27, can we now solve for side or angle C? Can we now solve for angle C? Pwede na. It's so simple. Katong 180, i-minus nimo sa sum anang duha ka buok. That's 120 plus 20.27, which is 180 minus 140.27. How much is that? $39.73. So, nanatay angle C, which is 39.73. Okay? So, take note, okay na ito ang daka-angles. This time, C, third side. Unsa may third side din ha nga wala? Unsa man nga side ang walay measurement? C. So, using sine law again, C over sine C is equal to, again, I'll be using A over sine A. So, let's solve this one. C over sine, katong gisolve nga C nato, 39.73. That's equal to A, that's 15 over sine 120. So, kining sine 39.73 ibalhin sa pika, so 15 i-times na ako ni sine 39.73 all over sine 120. Please use your calculator now. Pila si third side, si C. How much? How much is your answer? 11.07. I agree with that. Were you able to get 11.07? Yes. And the unit is centimeters again. So, careful lang sa paggamit sa calculator nato, ha? Next. Let's have the law of cosines. Again, katong mga examples nato sa law of sine to saya. Let's have the law of cosines. So, we have here our formulas. So, take note of the formulas. If we are solving for the side, Mao ni atong formula. Let me make use of a red pointer. If side ang gigamit, solve, mao ni ako ang formula. Kung angle gani class, mao ni ako ang formula. So, kining duha, same na jud na, gahimo lang ug lain nga formula para mas masayon. So, again, these are the formulas na ako sa sides. Si A, si B, ug si C. Sorry for that. And then, si angle A, si angle B, ug si angle C, mausod na yung formulas nato. So, sir, when do we use the law of cosines? I use this one if I have SAS. So, what do you mean by SAS? Like, example, I have this one. I have this triangle over here, a side, an angle, and a side. I will be using SAS cosine law na siya. So, nga nung, dili pwede sine law. Di ni pwede sine law. Ano man, walay angle gaatbang sa side. Walay angle gaatbang sa side nga given. Maunang, walay laing choice but to use the cosine law. Same thing with the SSS. Like a side, and a side. Maunang, ang SAS o ang SSS is cosine law na siya gamiton. Now, sir, what if, sir, na-solve na nako ang isa ka part? Pwede na ko mag-sine law. Pwede na kaayo kay masayon gamiton ang sine law. Is that clear? So, let's have our first problem. Kini siya, class, ang technique ani is this. Unahan ninyo pag-solve ang pinakadako nga angle. Asa may pinakadako nga angle dira, class? At bang na sa pinakataas nga side. Kung si pinakataas nga side, si 19, sir. Nya, kung si 19 ang pinakataas nga side, this is the longest side, meaning this is the largest angle. Maunang, I will be starting with the angle opposite the longest side. So, I will start solving with B and I will use this formula. Cosine B is equal to A squared plus C squared minus B squared all over 2AC. I have displayed this formula a while ago. Anyway, you don't need to memorize the formulas. You just familiarize how to make use of that. So, let's substitute. Pila may value ni A sa atong triangle? 8 squared. Pila value ni C sa atong triangle? 14 squared. Pila value ni B sa atong triangle? Okay. All over 2 times A. A is 8. C is 14. So, this is cosine B. Okay. 8 squared, sir, that is 64. 14 squared, sir, what is 14 squared? 196. What is 19 squared? Pila? 361. 361. All over, i-multiply ni tanan bi 2 times 8 times 14. How? 224. Okay, next. Pila man ni siyang 64 plus 196 minus 361? Is it positive or negative? So, negative 101. Let's write that down. Negative 101 over 224. Okay. Give me an answer. You divide 101 negative by 224. in 6 decimal numbers? Okay, so sa to negative 450892. Is this right? Sakto akong pagkasuwat? Okay, and then, di ba kung angle atong gamiton, di ba cosine B pa man ni siya. So, ibalhin na kung cosine sa pikas, mahimo ng cosine negative 1. Kindly get the cosine, shift cosine, then you write your answer, which is negative 0.0892. How much is the answer in your calculator in 2 decimal places? 116.80. O mo ni akong angle B, 116.80. Now, since naanatay gaatbang diri class, gaatbang na naasiya, o pwede na natong gamiton si sine law. Unsa may ganahan ninyo, ang A or ang B atong unahon? What do you want? Si A or si B? Si C. O, pwede na si C. Unahon nato si angle C. So, if I'm gonna be solving for angle C, so meaning, unsay gamiton na ako dire? Sine C over C. Kaya I'm solving the angle. So, take note, I'm not using cosine law here. I'm using sine law to make the solution easier. So, unsa may ipares nimo na, sir? Ang katong gaatbang nga given na siya, which is B, angle B and side B. So, sine B over B. So, substituting everything, sine C over C, that's 14, is equal to sine 116.80 over 19. So, kining 14, ibalhin na dira. So, sine C is equal to 14 sine 116.80 over 19. Give me the answer for this in 6 decimal places. Do you have the same answer? 0.657695. Yes. Unya, angle man na, i-press ninyo ang sign shift sign, shift sign, it will come out sign negative 1, and you write 0.65, 76, 95. How much is the answer in your calculator? 41 point? How much? 13. Kene? 41.13? Yes, unsa man ni sakto? Sige. 41.12. Okay, let's change that. Let's make that 12. 41.12. Now, unsaon pag-solve ang A? Ayaw lisod-lisura, sayo na ninyog solve. Ayaw paggamit og cosine og sine. Unsay gamiton nako, class? Ang equation nga, unsa man? 180, very good. Basta ganit nananang duha ka side ay angle, kay kabalo naman ta nga 41.12 na siya. So, para ma-solve na, i-add ra na ako. Di na-add. I-minus di ay. Let's subtract. Okay. Pen. So, we now have 116.80 i-plus na ako ni 41.12. Okay. Pila man ang 116.80 plus 41.12? Pila man ni siya? 104 Mauna ng answer. Ayosa. You just give me the sum first, aning 116.8 o 41.12. 157.92. Is this correct, Hermie? And then, isubtract na siya, class. Pilay angle A. (180 minus 157.92). 22.08 degrees. O mo niya to ang tulo ka angles. Mo ni si angle C. Over here, degrees na. Mo ni si angle B. O mo ni si angle A. Nasabtan ang first example sa paggamit sa cosine law? Okay, let's have another example. This one. So, first thing atong i-illustrate. So, ato ning i-drawing. O, pasensyain na ha, kay si Sir Tigli, dili maayo aning drawing. We have, let's have A, B, and C. 20 degrees si B, si A at bang ni angle A, which is 10, si C at bang ining angle C, which is 15. So, take note ha, small letter A at bang sa capital letter A, so meaning this is side B. Okay. Cosine law. Unsa nga cosine law ang akong gamiton ani? Dili ko mo solve ani using an angle. Dili ko mo solve of angle ani, class. Kay dili jud na magamit ang cosine law ana. Ang isolve ani SAS man ni, SAS. So ang gamiton sa nako is isolve nako ang side, ang third side. Okay? Isolve sa nato ang third side. So this is now B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 4AC cosine B. Atong i-check ha kung sakto ba ning formula ni Sir Tigle. So, baliko na to ang mga formulas. Dara. B squared, A squared plus C squared minus 2AC, di siya 4AC, minus 2AC cosine B. So, let's go back to our problem. This one. So, this is not 4AC, but that's 2AC. Nalipat ko sa quadratic formula. So, we have 10. This is 2AC. O, i-substitute na do tanan. B squared is equal to, ang A na ko, sir, is 10. 10 squared. Pila ang C na to? 15. 15 squared. Minus 2 times A, which is 10, times C, which is 15, cosine B, which is 20. Okay? So, atong isimplify. Pila maning 10 squared? 100. 15 squared, 225. Minus, pila man ni siyang 2 times 10 times 15 times cosine 20. You give me the answer in 2 decimal places. Ang 2, i-times na ko ni 10, i-times na ko ni 15, i-times ni cosine 20. How much is the answer? 281.91. Okay, this time, kini i-add ya minusan og 281.91. How much do you get? Correct. 43.09. B squared pa man. Unsa may buhaton na ko ani class? Very good. Square root. So, meaning, pila may square root ni 43.09? Pila? 6.56. 6.56. O mo ni ang answer nato ni B. 6.56. So, nanatay letter B. O, mugamit na ta sa sine law. So, sine law, which is ang angle. Pwede ra si angle A, kay na may opposite na given ang side. Pwede sa angle C, kay naman sa given side dere. So, either way, pwede ra bisag asa na ang magamit or isolve din yung una. Unahon lang nato si sine si A. So, I'll be having sine A over A is equal to, so katong gaparis na nga may gamito na ako, which is sine B over B. So, I now have sine A over A, which is 10, is equal to sine B, that's sine 20 over B, that's 6.56. So, ang kaning 10, ibalihin lang na nato din ha. So, sine A is equal to 10 sine 20 over 6.56. Okay, give me the answer, Ani, in 6 decimal places. Again, 0.52, what's that to? 21 372. Do you have the same answer as this, by the way? Okay, so since angle na, so angle is equal to angle A, sine -1. Okay, you give me the answer in 2 decimal places now. (31.42 degrees. 42 or 32? Okay. So, muna ni atong angle A. Masolve na nato si angle C using 180. So, si angle C is now 180 minusa na nako sa i-add din nako ang angle B ug angle A. That's pila man ng 20 plus 31.42. That will give us 51.42, right? So, pila man ng 180 minus 51.42. $128.58. 58. Do you have the same answer, by the way? Okay. Muna ni atong answers. Any question about our discussion this afternoon? Anyway, this is a recorded lesson. I will be giving you the video recording on this probably tonight after edit na ako. Please, naay mga questions, class, before we end our class today? Nakasabot na sa ato ang review sa sine law and cosine law. I hope mas nakasabot mo ha, mas nakasabot mo kanus agamiton ang sine law o cosine law. So baliko nato. Ang sine law gamiton kung naay angle o side nga given. Again, gamiton ang sine law kung naay angle o side nga given. All the time you will use sine law for that. Kung wala gani o pangitaasag paagi basin sine ra pangitaon ang third angle, Pangita sa third angle na aday angle og side. So kung dili na siya mahimo, then ang atuang last resort ang cosine law. Again, sine law ang unahon. Kung dili madala sa sine law, then go to cosine law. Is that clear?